premises with no warrants. We've entry premises under Section 17 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. This is due to essentially give us the power to enter property if we believe that someone who is wanted is in that property for a title offence. Now, harassment and threat to kill are both title offences, so therefore Section 17 would apply. And as I literally mean you walk around your house and knock all your doors, that would give us the grounds to enter property. So the idea of warrant is irrelevant. It's very much American, which a lot of people don't understand. What has also happened as well, you can be arrested without a warrant under Section 24 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, because we have reasonable suspicion that you've committed both these offences because you phoned up your number, and as I've had a conversation with you today on your number, it's quite evident that it is your number. What has also happened, when we arrest you, we would search your house in Section 32 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, and then we would be seizing all your technology, primarily your mobile phone, under Section 19 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. We'll see that, download it, to get the evidence that you have been contacting this person. Fundamentally, this doesn't need to happen. And what we all want to do is have words of advice to you, but you're clearly very anti-police. But like I said, it continues, and unfortunately, we will have to arrest you.
The threats to kill, that's quite concerning, Kyle. Your door would go through under Section 17 of PACE, and then I'd arrest you under Section 24 of PACE, having the reasonable suspicion that you have been harassing this person. And then again, I would seize all your electronic items under Section 19 of PACE. He doesn't want to press charges at the moment.
A threat to kill. No evidence? Then why did this happen?
This is a message for PC Smith 29270. I first want to begin by revoking any implied rights of access to my property, and this is a recorded call. I don't want you coming round to my property harassing me for something that's not a crime. If you really believe a crime has been committed, get a warrant and invite yourself to the property under the right legal terms.
They heard it, and they still came anyway.
Yeah, that's obviously we've got people to be on the phone as well. Updated them while we're on information. They are just asking.
I had the police come to my premises last week with alleged threats to kill, which they didn't investigate on their side. I have all my calls recorded, so I can substantiate the calls they're exactly talking about and provide an itemised telephone bill to show you that I haven't made any additional calls.
Hello, Kyle. It's Rebecca from Staffordshire Police. I spoke to you a short time ago.
Thank you.
Hello. Right. I've familiarised myself with that occurrence that we were discussing, and that has all been closed now. There was nothing I could see on that occurrence that mentioned any threats to kill.
If the sergeant lies, is it really so hard to believe his officers do too?
Made threatening comments to her. She's concerned he might return.
Let's rewind the clock. Back to spring 2023. Before the headlines, before the doorbell footage, before the lies. It started with something small, a complaint. A neighbour dispute that should have been handled fairly, by the book. But instead, the police took a side. Not based on evidence, but on something else entirely. Not by accident, but by choice. At first I thought it was just bad judgment. But as time went on, I found something strange. The name of a company that shouldn't have even existed, dissolved nearly a decade ago, yet somehow still in use. And throughout it all, The police use my personal data illegally and help the criminals. And what I'll demonstrate in this documentary started as a local dispute, but unravels into something far more disturbing. The ones who are meant to protect us from criminals are in fact the criminals themselves.